Hey people, Draykke here again with another Minecraft tutorial, and today I bring you a seasonal tutorial video. And what I mean by that is Halloween's coming up for the month of October. So in celebration, I kind of whipped together these little trick-or-treat machines. And it can be a standalone machine on its own, or it can be kind of added to a business. So say a player goes to pay you or whatever for whatever services you're offering, they will get a random chance of getting a trick or a treat when they drop off their payment. So this system here, it will only accept one kind of payment. We use an item sorter system for that, which we'll explain to later. And this one here, it doesn't have any specific currency it accepts. It will take anything and it will just give them a random trick or a treat. And as you may have guessed with this system, the probability can be customized however you want to. You can have it so they get more tricks than there are treats, or more treats than there are tricks. Completely customizable. The prizes they get are completely customizable, and so are the tricks that you offer. So I might as well go ahead and demonstrate. So for this system, it will only accept diamonds. It's just the way I have it set up, but you can set it up however you want to. So we're just going to throw a diamond inside the chest. And we got a pumpkin, or a jack-o'-lantern rather. So that was actually one of the treats of this system. And we'll throw something else in, give it another try. And we got another jack-o'-lantern. Like I said, this is completely random. Whatever they get, it's all randomized by the use of a dropper behind here, which we'll explain in the tutorial part of the video, but you should know it's completely random on what they will get. It doesn't go in order by any means. And this one's pretty much the same system. It just doesn't have the item sorter down below, and so, you know, it will accept any kind of currency. So it's probably best to use this for a business where you may be accepting different kinds of money for different items. So we'll just throw in a piece of gray wool and use that as payment. And as you may have seen, I got hit with 1.5 minutes of poison. So that was a trick. Now, you can put in whatever kind of trick or treats you want. They can be in item forms, splash potions, whatever you decide to do is up to you, but that is completely customizable with this system. Alrighty, so I've went ahead and dug around each one of the systems to give you an idea about what you're going up against, and as you can see, it's really not much at all. That's what makes this system so great, is that it's so resource light and so compact that it's really easy to add this to anything you're doing in a multiplayer server. Especially like businesses, if you have them set up. It's just a nice little seasonal thing to add a little bit of fun and humor to the situation. And as a standalone machine even, as this one is here, it will accept a certain currency and then it will deliver a trick or treat. So even this alone could be a standalone system for whatever purposes you have. So that being said, these systems are the same. The only difference is this one has an item sorter attached, with the exception of an extra repeater and a torch and a block and such. But that being said, the materials that you need for the base system without an item sorter or any kind of currency distinguisher are the following. 15 blocks, roughly, of whatever kind of building block you want to use. Can be cobblestone or whatever. 3 redstone torches, 1 redstone comparator, 3 hoppers, 1 dispenser, 1 sticky piston, and 4 regular chests. Now, if you want to add the item sorter system to this, that way it'll make it specific to a certain currency. The example I used in this one was diamonds. Then you will need an extra 7 building blocks, 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone torch, 21 filler items of any kind. Now, they don't have to be named, it can be any kind of item in the game, just so long as it never enters your system. And then you'll need 1 of whatever kind of currency you're using. And that can be anything in Minecraft. I'm just using a diamond as a reference point. Alright, so let's get started. To begin this design, you're just going to want to dig a little hole in the ground. No exact dimensions, because as you can see over here, the design is really small, but I would recommend a hole that is roughly 6 by 7 by 4. That just gives you a lot of room to work. Then once you have that dug, you can go ahead and start placing in the user interface, and that is what the player will see when they come to the system. So you just want to put a 3-high little doorway, almost like this. Then at the bottom of the doorway, you can place your chest, and this will be where they enter whatever kind of currency they are entering in the system. Then come down below, you're going to place a hopper going straight down, and then you're going to place 1 hopper going to the side. Either side, it really doesn't matter, just know that on the opposite sides where the item sorter will have to go if you were making this a currency-specific machine. And then you can go ahead and place your chest. So right now we're just making the base system. We're not going to do the item sorter just yet. That'll be in the next segment. So I'm just showing you how to make the basic one. So then off the bottom hopper here, you're going to place a comparator facing straight outward with a block in front of it. And then above this comparator, you're going to place a sticky piston right on this hopper with a block on it. So if this block were to be extended, it would cover up this little gap. And then here you're going to place a redstone torch right beside it in front of this comparator. And then place a redstone torch in a side facing outward with a block on top, a redstone torch here with a block on top, and then place your dispenser facing inward. Now, on the side of that dispenser, you can go ahead and place your other hopper facing into it, and then place your chest. And this will be where you store all of your trick or treat items, whether they be actual 64 stacks of items, or they can be potions too. Whatever you decide to do is up to you. You just throw them in here, and it will keep the dispenser stockpiled. And now we're using a dispenser here too, for two reasons. One, because it will randomize the items. Well, obviously we're using it to dispense them, but also it would randomize any items that will be dispensed out of it, so that the user will have an equal chance of getting a trick or a treat. And you can set the probabilities however you want. So this could be, 6 slots are tricks and 3 slots are treats if you want to do it that way. So there's more tricks than there are treats. But that's up to you. Now that you have all that done, you just kind of want to seal on the sides here. That way if an item is dispensed, it will not fly out and it will make sure to hit the player. And that's really all there is to it. So now, you enter an item in here, say we'll just throw in this dispenser, you'll see it will come down, the dispenser will fire whatever item is inside it. If it's an item form, they will pick it up. If it's a splash potion, it will hit them in the face, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so now we're just going to turn this into the currency-specific machine that we demonstrated over there, and to do that, it's literally just the removal of this and a placement of a couple more little things. So off of this bottom hopper here, you're going to place 2 blocks coming outwards, 1 block jutting down, 1 block down here, and 1 block just like that. And then on the top here, you're going to place a redstone comparator facing outward from the bottom hopper, just like that. 2 pieces of redstone dust, a repeater facing the opposite direction, with a redstone torch underneath it, or I'm sorry, on the side of it, and then a block on top of that redstone torch. Now, here in this hopper, you're going to place your filler and your currency items. So I am using gray wool that I have renamed, but you can use whatever you want. So just take your 21 items and just drag it across the last 4 slots of the hopper. So it should be nothing in this slot, 5, 5, 5, and 6. And then whatever kind of currency item that you want to use, I'm using diamonds in this situation, but you can use whatever you want. You just take it and place it in the first slot of the item sorter. So it should look just like this. Okay, now the final thing you have to do is just come down here where this torch is at for this item sorter system, and just place a redstone repeater facing outward with a block in front of it, and a redstone torch on top. Alright, the system is complete now. The only thing left to do is just stockpile this chest with whatever items you want to be in your system, whether they be tricks or treats, and you can set the odds to whatever you want to. As I mentioned before, you can have more tricks, more treats, etc, etc. So as you can see down on my bar, I got some just pumpkin pie, cookies, splash potions of slowness and poison and weakness. So that'll be basically the tricks and the treats of our system. So I'm just going to go ahead and whip them inside here. And you can see they'll start draining in. To speed up the process a little bit, I will just go ahead and throw some inside the dispenser. That way we know they're in there. And we can go ahead and give this a whirl. So we'll put in our diamond. And we got a nether wart. So technically from the reference point of this video, that is technically a trick. But it is not really a big trick. I just need something to throw inside the dispenser to demonstrate that it did indeed work. And it did. So we'll give it one more shot. And we got hit with a splash potion, so once again a trick. And as I mentioned, you can make the odds whatever you want to. So that is pretty much it. It is a very short tutorial, I know, a lot shorter than I usually do, but I did want to post it on YouTube because it is Halloween, so a lot of people are looking for machines and stuff to use on their server, especially when they want to have a lot of fun with their friends. So the rest of this video is just going to be kind of an explanation about the system. Won't take long at all, obviously, because it's a very small system, but if you are into that kind of thing, then please stick around and check it out. Alright, so basically this system works by picking up an item that will enter into this chest here, and it does that by this comparator. And as you may have noticed, this is the basic system, it is not the currency specific one. I will get to that one in just a minute, but basically it picks up on the signal from this hopper, it will send it through, deactivating this piston, and then since there is 2 torches here, this is on a slightly more delay than the piston, so that whenever the piston is down, it will fire this dispenser. And the way dispensers and droppers work in Minecraft, they will just throw out a random item that's inside their inventory. There is no order to it, it's completely random, whatever they dispense, so it's a good equal chance that they will get a trick or a treat is basically what I'm getting at. So that's what makes it so nice for this specific design. And so because of that, we can put in whatever kind of items we want. And basically this chest is just here to keep that machine stockpiled, so that it will never run out of tricks or treats, and you can just keep it filled up for whatever the occasion is. This system here that does use the currency-specific item sorter, it basically works, I've already demonstrated this a billion times on my other videos, it works by just sensing if a 23rd item, I believe? Yes, 23rd item enters the system, which will basically loop around, send a signal off, and unlock this hopper just enough time for one item to go from this hopper into this chest. And since our currency item is the first item inside the hopper, it will always be the currency item. Now, since it is 23 items and it is all blocked off, no other items except for the currency item or the filler item can enter this system. But that is why I really recommend naming whatever item you use to fill up the hopper. That way it never has a chance of entering your system. I recommend even just scrolling a bunch of numbers, because then nobody can guess it. And so that's pretty much it. After it picks up on that, it will just send a signal through here and do the same exact thing that this system did over here. It will just deactivate this piston, and a little bit later, on a shorter delay, it will activate this dispenser, which will throw out a random item that is inside the inventory. So that is pretty much it, guys. That's the whole system. That's the whole tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please remember to drop a like on your way out. If you really liked it, press that subscribe button, favorite, share, and please, guys, leave comments, drop them down below, toss me personal messages, all of that good stuff. I love reading it all. So thank you, guys, and I'll see you next time.